All right, accounting 2 kiddos, welcome to your last chapter in chapter 1, which is journalizing and posting our cash payments. So we're going to look at journalizing departmental cash payments using our cash payments journal, and then also posting cash payments to an accounts payable ledger as well as to our general journal. So remember that checks are going to be the source document for most of our cash payments that are made by Wiley. If for some reason that it's not an actual check, then typically it's going to be some form of a memorandum. And all cash payments get recorded in our cash payments journal, which we should know at this point pretty well. So remember that purchases on account are expected to be paid within a stated credit period. So when we buy things on account, we're expected to pay for them in a reasonable amount of time. Normally, a seller will try to encourage early payment by allowing some sort of a deduction for the invoice amount if you pay sooner rather than later. So a deduction that a vendor allows on an invoice amount to encourage prompt payment, we refer to as a cash discount. When a company that has purchased merchandise on account takes a cash discount, that gets referred to as a purchases discount. So if the company offers it, we refer to it as a cash discount, and if the person that owes the money takes it, they record it as a purchases discount. So for example, a purchases discount usually gets stated as 2, 10, and 30, or if you pay within 10 days, you get 2% off, or the net of your purchase is due in 30 days. Purchases discounts reduce the amount of cash that's paid for a purchase. So purchases discounts are kept in separate accounts and not directly taken out of our purchases account. And the reason we do this is just to keep accurate records of how much we have purchased as well as how much we have received in terms of discounts for those. So Wiley's cash payments journal has 2 debit columns. Okay, it has a general debit and an accounts payable debit. And then our cash payments journal also has 4 credit columns. We have our general credit and our cash credit, but then we have actually 2 credit columns for purchases discount, which is new. And that just happens to be for one for each department. So if you remember, we have grills and we have furniture. So both of those have their own purchases discount accounts, as you can see right here. So our transaction sample that they gave us is on May 2nd. We paid cash on account to Glass Source for $901.60, covering purchase invoice number 672 for $920, less a 2% cash discount of $18.40, check number 732. So we put our date. Our account title is, of course, for the person that we owe cash on account to, which is Glass Source, check number 732. So the amount that we actually paid was $901.60. So that goes here. It says that there was a 2% discount for $18.40. So that's going to go in our grills. And then our accounts payable debit is for those two added together, or $920, or it says so right here too. So that's the total amount that we owed them. We took the cash discount, so we got $18.40. That's what we saved. So really, we only ended up paying them the $901.60. So in addition to possibly needing to calculate a discount if necessary, the discount is calculated on the amount owed at the time the invoice is paid. So here's the other thing to keep in mind is that sometimes you can also return parts of your merchandise. So let's say that we bought $1,000 worth of merchandise from Shields, and we ended up returning $800 worth of it. So we'll go with 800, that's fine. So we only ended up with an amount that we owe them of $200. So when we take a cash discount on that, it's only going to be on the $200 that we owe them. So we might have to do a little bit of calculation in order to get an accurate amount. So here's an example. We owed them an amount of $824, but we made a purchase return of $182. So that means that our amount that we owe them is $642. So after that $642, we take our 2% discount, which is $1284. And so the total amount that we actually end up paying is $629.16. If we hadn't remembered that we had done a purchases return, we would have taken $824 times the 2%. We would have had an inaccurate number. So all that looks like right here, and they didn't have it. I just snapped this out of your book. But here's that exact same one we were just talking about. It was for Teton Seating Company, and so it was for furniture. So here was the 642 after we had taken the purchases return. So the discount of 2% is 1284. So our total cash that we paid was 629.16. And then just as a friendly reminder, if you're going to record any other payments of cash, like cash for supplies, cash for rent, cash for merchandise inventory, they're all prepared or yeah, that should be prepared in the same way as if we've recorded all our other cash payments previously. So um, don't think anything different about that. It's going to be the exact same as we have always done. The other one I want to remind you of is when we do petty cash. Remember that petty cash is a small amount of cash that we keep on hand in actual dollar bills somewhere safe in our store. And so Wiley's petty cash fund is $250. And so we replenish it always at the end of the month. And if it ever drops below $100. So to replenish the petty cash fund, we write a check and then we make sure to record where all of that money had gone because remember, when you take money out of the petty cash fund, you fill out a little slip. And so the person that's in charge of the fund at the end of the month has to figure out where all the money went, and we record that. Um, when we post from our cash payments journal, um, remember that the individual amounts here, so notice that Delmer Industries did not have anything in the debit or credit columns of their cash payments journal, but the accounts payable debit, that's going to Delmer. So that gets sent to Delmer Industries subsidiary ledger here, the Delmer Industries, and then 220 is going to go right back up here. So we're posting to our vendor account. The total, that 28,000, oops, go back here. The $28,491, that gets posted as a total to accounts payable. And then its account number, which is 2,105, gets put up underneath the accounts payable debit total. So they're the exact same as if we posted before. So nothing too new there, it's just a friendly reminder for you. So we can head over, we'll do the 1-3 work together over in Applia, and I'll meet you over there.